planet, and profit. And we track not just the actual monetary profit that we're making, but also the impact that we have on people and the planet. To be a certified B Corp, you have to measure and adhere to certain standards and go through a pretty intense certification process every 2 years. And then they actually score you in different sections on how you're doing within those 3 buckets and give you a numerical score. So some more well-known B Corps would be Ben & Jerry's, Patagonia, The Honest Company, and it's been seen as a movement for companies to start paying attention to the impact they're having and not just create a separate CSR funnel to kind of handle their responsibility, but really look at how they can be having impact in the supply chains, in the production that they're doing. We had always seen our business as starting with B2B and selling into brands and then moving into our own product eventually. And most of the reason for that is that because we were involved at other steps of the supply chain, scale. You know, we weren't going to be starting products and making 1 million units or 500,000 units or needing 40,000 pounds of plastic, which is 1 container. And so we just needed partners that were up and running and ready to move at that scale. Same thing with making yarn. I mean, it just requires, those machines are set up to run 24/7 as efficiently as possible. No one wants to make you 100 pounds of yarn. Or they will, it'll cost you $100,000. I mean, it'll just be insane. And fabric development and that R&D is expensive, and you know, brands have the money to offset that. So it really allowed us to build supply chains and move into this already scaled and built for economies of scale industry. And now that those are in place, we're able to service as many brands as want to have access to these transparent, responsible supply chains, and at the same time, we can also source that fabric for ourselves.
Along the same lines of what Kelsey was saying, when you work with somebody to help manufacture your products, you want to make sure that the markers that you're using to cut out the fabric are the most optimized, the way that they lay in together. So it really, you know, if you have products like mine that have, you know, wings, I guess we could say like this, you don't want to do them like this, you want to lay them in like this, so there's the minimal amount of waste. And similar to thread, we take the scraps that are left over and we use them for new product development or anything else that we're working on.